we need to turn on Mutavault, Violin, Squad Commander, make some dorks. Violin, this Glasspool Mimic that we've been holding forever, copy Squad Commander, make some more dorks. The party's full. Stop you from doing anything. Trigger, trigger, trigger. All right, that's a pretty good party turn. Need some new Commander cards? Well, you can pre-order Commander Legends now from our amazing sponsor, Card Kingdom. Just head on over to cardkingdom.com. Hello everyone, it's Seth, probably better known as Saffron Olive, and it's time for another edition of Much Abrew About Nothing. And this week, we got kind of a janky deck, but a deck that I've been wanting to build and try for a long time, which is Changeling Party. Basically, seeing if we can bring the party mechanic to Modern with the help of all creature type changelings. To up our party count, the main goal of our deck is actually to just straight up get a full party. That's when our deck can do crazy things. If we can get a full party, a rogue, a warrior, a wizard, and a cleric on the battlefield, changelings help us get there. So, I don't know. Can this work? Can party actually be a modern playable tribe? We're going to find out. So let's talk about the deck, jump into our game, see the deck in action. So first off, we have our literal party creatures. We have one actual party creature that is also a party payoff of each party creature type. 1-drop Archpriest of Iona just gets really big. It can be a 4/2 with a full party and send something to the air and pump it each and every turn. 2-drop, we have our Rogue, Nimble Trap Finder, which if we get a full party is actually pretty insane. Whenever a creature we control deals combat damage to a player this turn, we get to draw a card. So if we get a full party and make a big board, we can refuel really quickly, and Nimble Trap Finder can be evasive as long as a party creature comes into play. Then we have our 3-drop, our wizard, Linvala, Shield of the Seagate, which is a pretty strong card just all by itself. It can protect our board from wrath or removal with its sacrifice ability, and if we get a full party, it's like repeatable removal. We can shut down any non-land permanent for a turn, no attacks, no blocks, no activated ability, so it gets planeswalkers, gets creatures, and then at the top end of our curve, we have our finisher, our warrior, Squad Commander. So Squad Commander comes down and makes a 1/1 warrior for each creature in our party. So if we have a full party, it comes down as a 3/3, and we get 4 1/1s, which is not a bad deal for 4 mana. And then being a combat on our turn, we pump our team and give everything indestructible if we have a full party. So of course, looking at these creature types, we could just go turn 1 Archpriest, turn 2 Trap Finder, turn 3 Linvala, turn 4 Squad Commander, have a full party, but that's not all that realistic. We need other ways to up our party count to actually turn on these cards, because in all honesty, outside of Linvala, most of these cards are like medium to not great unless we can get a full party going. So how are we getting to a full party? And the answer here is Changeling, Shapeshifters. So we have one really good one in Unsettled Mariner. And the trick about all of our Changelings is they're every creature type. And I guess I should explain how this actually works. So at first, when I saw the party mechanic, I thought that a single Changeling, like in Unsettled Mariner, since it's all creature types, it would be like a one-man party. It would just turn on party all by itself. But that actually doesn't work. You can only have each creature count as one member of your party. So let's say we're trying to build a party, we would need 4 changelings. The upside is they're all creature types. So whatever type we're missing, Unsettled Mariner can fill in for, and Unsettled Mariner taxes things that target us or our permanent. So taxes our opponent's target removal, buys us a little bit extra time to get our party set up. Then we have what I would consider our mostly curve filler changeling. 1-drops, Moth Dust Changeling, Universal Automotion, they're okay. Just 1 mana 1/1s with slight upsides. Amoebid Changeling is kind of interesting because it can turn another creature into all creature types. So if we somehow have like 2 clerics on the battlefield, we can tap our Changeling, turn one of those clerics into all creature types to get the full party. Mirror Entity, also a pretty good one. If we get a bunch of mana, we can pump our team. But the main idea of all these cards is they just fill in the gaps and help us get to that full party to turn out our party creatures. We even have ways to do this with our mana base. Mutavault, a Changeling land, essentially, all creature types. So if we activate it, it ups our party count. Glasspool Mimic can copy any of our creatures, and it counts as a land. It's in our land slot, but it's especially good copying things like Nimble Trap Finder, things like Squad Commander, but we can't always just play it like a land if we need to. Otherwise, for utility spells, Aether Vial. In theory, with Aether Vial, we can get a full party as soon as turn 3, which is really fast. Path to Exile for removal, 1 Spoils of Adventure to maybe draw some cards for only a couple mana if we get the party going. In the mana base, we talked about Mutavault, otherwise, just Azorius dual land. Sideboard, Concerted Defense are their party card, usually a Spell Pierce, but can be even better the more party members we have. It starts off as a 4 spike for non-creature spells. With 1 party member, it's a Spell Pierce. With 3 or 4, it's almost like a hard counter, like a negate essentially for 1 mana. Force of Negation, Oust, Aether Gust, Settle the Wreckage to deal with creature decks, Recipes for Graveyards, and that is Changeling Party for Modern. That's our bunch of brew deck for this week. So, is this gonna work? I don't know. We are combining together 2 pretty janky archetypes. Like, Party hasn't even quite been powerful enough to catch on in Standard for the most part. So, Modern might be ambitious. And then Changelings, their power is being all creature types. But just as standalone cards, outside Unsettled Mariner, most of them are a little bit underpowered. So can the synergy, can the full party be enough to make Changeling Party work? Let's jump into the games, find out. I'll be back with a wrap-up. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy it. And, yeah, have fun with the games. All right, much brew about nothing time. We are... Oh, boy. Oh, boy. All right, we're partying. Partying in Modern. Oh, Changeling Party. And yeah, we'll try this. This is fine. We do have 2 lands because of Glasspool Mimic. Aether Vial can let us play stuff. So I think it's fine. We'll see. I mean, we might not even need to. Play Glasspool Mimic. We'll see what we draw. Polluted Delta for our opponent. And passes. Well, take up the vials. We would like to draw action, I guess. Party stuff. Mutavault. Well, alright, Mutavault and Aether Vial. And go. I actually don't think we're gonna play this Changeling. Or play this Mimic as a land. I think we can wait. If we draw a white source, we'll definitely put it into play, but... Alright, so opponent, probably a control deck. Basic Island and Opt is pretty control-y. I mean, we're actually super close to a full party with these Mutavaults in a really weird way. Scalding Tarn for our opponent, cracks it. Steam Vents, Serum Visions. So it could actually be Storm. Storm probably would be tough. 2 cards to the top. Alright. Well, we will tick up our vials. Squad Commander. Do we play the Mimic? I'm going to say no. Ugh. Okay, pass the turn. Ooh, this is frightening. This is frightening. Vote it. Oh, we can't really stop him from storming. Steam Vents. Tapped. Alright, untap. Take up our stuff. Another Squad Commander. Well, pass the turn. This is gonna be interesting. Opponent. Polluted Delta. Uh-oh. Cracks it. Steam Vents untapped. Oh, Crackling Drake. Okay. Okay, that's fine. That is not what we were afraid of. So now we get to show our opponent what's up. So we will put... Oh, this is going to be spectacular. Put Changeling into play. Our opponent was probably not expecting that. Put Linvala into play. Party time. It's party time. Oh, this turn's going to be good. This turn's going to be really good. About it. Passes. Okay, so take up the vials. Yes. Yes. Oh, and we draw the land too? So play Flooded Strand. 1, 2. So we need to turn on Mutavault. Turn on Mutavault. Violin. Squad Commander. Make some dorks. Vial in this Glasspool Mimic that we've been holding forever. Copy Squad Commander. Make some more dorks. The party's full. Stop you from doing anything. Trigger, trigger, trigger. Alright, that's a pretty good party turn. Yeah, we will swing at you. And I kind of like where we're at now. Opponent down to 5. We have the full party and then some. Oh, this is what you dream of. This is what you dream of when you build a party deck. This is exactly it. Opponent ops. I mean, even if our opponent has a sweeper, we can sack this Linvala. Opponent ops. All right, ops for days. Sure. I mean, even if our opponent has a sweeper, we're still fine here because of Linvala. Game? No one expects the squad commanders. No one. Oh, an opponent scoops it up. Okay. Well, that is an example of what the party can do. All right, that was good. So opponent playing Is It Drake's by the looks. Well, let's go down 1, 2, 3, 4. Go up the rest in pieces, I think. Run it like that. Like, rest in peace is not great against Crackling Drake. It doesn't do anything against Crackling Drake. Because Crackling Drake is pumped by Exile Zone 2. We didn't see Enigma Drake or Arclight Phoenix, but we gotta assume that those are cards that are in our opponent's deck. Like, it seems exceedingly likely that those are in our opponent's deck. Alright. Not as exciting as last time, but this hand's fine. We got removal, so we're not gonna just get janked out, and I mean, 20 turns from now, Old Moth Dust can't get it done. Polluted Delta for our opponent, cracks it. Grabs an eyelid, and certain visions. 1 to the top. Well, Flooded Strand. Let's crack it. Yeah, alright, we will shock ourselves this time. Get a Changeling. Go. Syrup Visions for our opponent. And 2 to the top. I mean, we do have to expect that our opponent probably has a lot of lightning bolts. Opponent passing. Another Changeling. Well, go to combat. Get him for 1. Play Mutavault. Play Trapfinder. Go. Don't bold it, please. The sweet thing is, if our opponent... we'll see. They probably... Okay, they have Bolt. We actually could have sneakily had full party next turn to draw on 4 with that Trapfinder with Mutavault and another Changeling. Oh. Okay. We did not prepare for Blood Moon. Okay. So, this is going to be a problem. This is going to be a big problem. Alright, no Rest in Peace. Bring in Force of Negation, Ether Gust, Concerted Defense, and Concerted Defense. Alright, let's try it like that. So now we actually have ways to potentially answer a Blood Moon. Yeah, we did not prepare for that Blood Moon. Even a little. Not even a little. Well, this hand's got all of our party, but none of our lands. Oh, dear. Alright. Well, this is not the dream draw. We'll put a Ether Gust to the bottom. Oh, 1 land. Not good. Yeah, this is sketchy. This is sketchy for sure. We really need to draw land. Really. Because we're going to have to fetch out a duel here, which is going to leave us potentially weak to a Blood Moon. Well, Flooded Strand. Crack it. Oh, we really need to hit another land. Hollowed Fountain. Untapped. Let's play Archpriest. Go. Boot it. I mean, if we get really desperate, we could path one of our own creatures, but we would greatly prefer to draw land. I don't even know if we need to say that, but we would much rather draw land. Bone it. Certain Visions. Can we hit this land? Oh, this land would make me feel so much better about where we're at. The risk is, if we don't draw land, we play Changeling, and then if our opponent can, like, sweep our board, then we can't even path the... Oh, we don't draw land. No. Well, Changeling. Hit you for 2. Oh, dear. Oh, opponent. Oh, red mana. Yeah. And... pass it. We untap. Oh, we drew the land. Okay, that's good. Huh. How do we want to do this? Well, let's go to combat and attack and see what our opponent does. Opponent takes it. Okay. Well, pass the turn. Opponent opts. And. Alright, so now we will path. Grab a island. Alright, so now we're not as scared of Blood Moon. We don't have much of a clock, but. Boot it. Mountain. And passes. Opponent could also have a million counters. Well, go to combat. Get in hit ya. Booted. Takes it. Well, play Ether Vial. And do we even run anything out? Yeah, let's play Unsettled Mariner. A little worried about counters, but I don't think we can just do nothing forever. Like, our clock's not fast enough that we can just keep doing nothing. Alright, it resolves. I mean, I expect our opponent has more removal spells. Alright, so Lightning Bolt number 2 to take down Unsettled Mariner. Alright, we're going to need some more threats. Opponent taps. Trap Finder's sweet, but we're not especially close to having a party assembled. I'll take a Vial. Go to combat. Get in for 1. And, yeah, I mean... Yeah, I mean, let's play Trap Finder. Resolves. Do we have Bolt 3? Alright, no Bolt this time. Land for our booted. Anger of the Gods. Yeah, alright. That's not good for us. We draw. We'll take a Vial. Yeah, now we got nothing. I'll play Mutavault. Pass the turn. Alright, go Mutavault. It's up to you, friend. Out of all the lands we could have drawn, Mutavault's probably the best there. Boot it. Passing. Well, tick up the Vial. We draw another Vial. We'll play another Vial. Pass the turn. Oh, jeez, we just got nothing. Nothing happening. Not even a little. Uh-oh. Oh, they're playing... I see. Huh. I was not expecting this either. So our opponent's actually a Kiki deck that is also playing Crackling Drake. Well, 2 Deceiver Exarchs. Tabs a land. Boot it. Plays Kiki. Alright, so we have to path Kiki. So we're not dead, but we're also not doing anything. Opponent gets a Deceiver Exarch. Wow, I had no... Boy, we are way off as to what our opponent's doing. That Crackling Drake in game 1 really threw us. So opponent gets in with the dorks. We go to 14. Come on, real magic card. Serve Visions for our opponent. 2 to the top. Whew. Alright, there's been a lot of scrying to the top. Can we draw a real card? Well, Vial will stay on 3, go up to 1. Force of Negation, eh? That doesn't actually save us from a Kiki. Opponent casts another Serve Visions into whatever else they left on top of their deck. The Force of Negation would have been good earlier. Oh, they have to just have another... Oh, alright. Oh, no! Well, I guess that's how the party ends. Ouch. Well, we got to see the power of the deck in game 1. Unfortunately, in this game, we just... the biggest issue was we didn't know what our opponent's deck was. Like, in game 1, they look like Izzet Drakes. In game 2, they look like some Blood Moon Jenka's out deck. And then we find out all the way in game 3, after sideboarding to stop Blood Moon Jenka out, that they're actually Kiki combo. So, yeah, that was a very weird way for that match to go. I feel like... we were actually going to draw real cards eventually. A little late with the real cards, but yeah, I feel like if we had known, wow, we were going to actually draw a solid action for like a million turns. Oh, Magic Gods, why? Well, I feel like the information gap was the biggest issue there. Like, us just not knowing our opponent was a Kiki deck until game 3 meant that our sideboard was not in a good spot for it. So, well, alright. I guess we'll party next time. Alright. Much Brew About Nothing time. It is a party this week in Modern. We are playing a Changeling party, and we'll see how this goes. Opponent, Verdant Catacombs. Sure. Cracks the bobble. Well, Flooded Strand, crack it, grab a island, and Changeling go. Party up to 1. Thank you, Moto. I appreciate you keeping track there. Overground 2, untapped, and Fatal Push. Alright, sure. So opponent, I assume, is a Death Shadow deck. Verdant Catacombs, opponent passes. Well, Plains, and Unsettled Mariner go. Opponent cracks. Oh, come on, really? Alright, Fatal Push Tribal. Well, that's not good news. Alright. Fatal Push Tribal over there. Opponent just killing it all. Opponent plays a Field of Ruin, passes. Well, we will play Mutavault. We will play Unsettled Mariner. We will play Universal Automation past the turn. Opponent is going to get themselves here. Self-strip mine! Unsettled Mariner hits everything. Opponent, oh my god! This is the most ridiculous amount of removal I've ever seen from a deck. Opponent kills another one of our creatures. Oh my goodness! Okay, getting ridiculous. Well, Hallowed Fountain untapped. Moth does Changeling. Mirror Entity. Pass the turn. Holy Fatal Pushes. Opponent. Thought seizes our squad commander. Oh my goodness. And plays a Scavenging Ooze and an Overgrown Tomb untapped. And eats something. Well, now we gotta try to kill our opponent. This ooze is going to get big. How can we kill our opponent? I'll go to combat. Attack. Now we will pump our dorks. Hit our opponent. Play a Changeling. Pass the turn. So opponent can make this Scavenging Ooze very big and gain a bunch of life. Opponent. I assume they can't attack. We could really use an actual party card. Well, let's turn on Mutavault. Changeling flying. Changeling flying. Not the most timely Ether Vial. Did they really draw Fatal Push number 4? That would be insane. Assassin's Trophy. Well, we will pump our dorks. Wow, this is a absolutely ridiculous amount of removal. Well, we get a land out of the deal. Hit our opponent for 4. But it's somewhat deceiving because our opponent has this ooze to gain a bunch of life. Ether Vial, yeah, Ether Vial was a horrible draw. Oh my goodness, that is a really insane amount of removal. Opponent eats, untaps, goes to combat. Gets in. Eats with ooze, eats with ooze, eats with ooze. We go to 9. We take up Vial. Please a real card. Please a real card. Please a real card. Oh! Boy, oh boy. This is a very good example of why I have sometimes absolutely hate Ether Vial. Opponent goes to 4. Wow, that is not the best timing. Inquisition, sure. Boot it. Passes. Well, Vial, take it up. That's another land. I'll play Mutavault. Mutavault. Changeling. I mean, if our opponent draws a removal spell, we are dead. Because they can grow their ooze to lethal. But I assume eventually our opponent's gotta draw land. That seems possible. All right, opponents at 2. We are presenting lethal. What do they find? 1 turn to top deck it, or you got partied. Wow, that was a ridiculous. No, my goodness. Wow. Oh, no. Well, all right. Whew, that is a smidge frustrating, I would say. Huh. All right, run it back. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow. Okay. Well, on to the next one. Run it back. So, I don't know what to honestly say about that other than our opponent ran absurdly well and we ran absurdly poorly. And we still came very close to winning, even though we had just a huge disadvantage in terms of variance. Opponent drew 4 fatal pushes, all 4 into additional removal spells. And then when we got to the critical part of the game where hey, fatal push number 5. Yes, that's right. Our opponent, they are just the fatal push champions over there. Unsettled Mariner go. And then when it got to the critical turn where turns where the game was going to be decided, we top decked 2 Ether Vials in a row, which is absolutely putrefyingly horrible. And our opponent drew all action in a row. Opponent plays a Tarmogoyf. I'll play a land. Play Linvala. Pass the turn. Opponent. Another land. And Liliana takes it up. I guess we gotta discard the squad commander for now. Opponent. Oh, they don't care about Liliana. Gets in. Sure. Maybe they have another one in hand. Well, let's play Nimble Trap Finder. Go to combat. Kill Liliana. We could have turned out the full party here, but I think we just have to kill the Liliana. Kill Liliana. Pass the turn. Well, next turn is potentially full party turn. Opponent, lad. Oh no, did we punt? I think we punted. Opponent gets in because we could have full partied and used Lavinia to shut it down. Opponent unearths a Goyf. Plays a Scavenging Ooze. Well, Path of Goyf. Opponent's out of cards. Untap. Sure, opponent eats something. There's our Ether Vial, right on time. Well, that's fine. We will Glasspool Mimic. Copy Unsettled Mariner. Full party achieved. We'll stop the Goyf. Hitcha. Draw a couple cards. The party's happening. We actually have a full party. Seagrove Ghost. Go. All right. It's happening. It's possible. Opponent. Even through the removal of removals. What do you say, opponent? You want party? Oh, Treetop Village. Sure. Opponent passes. We will play Glasspool Mimic. Copy Unsettled Mariner. Combat. Make Goyf not do anything. Get in. Hit ya. Draw a couple cards. I like it. Land and Unsettled Mariner. Well, play Ether Vial. Seacrobe Coast. Go! And the party is working. We're partying. Oh, now I wish you'd won that first game because this would be winning the match. About it. What you got? Wow, Maelstrom Pulse. Okay. That is about our opponent's best draw. I'm not sure that it'll be enough, though, because we still get to reassemble our party. And they still can't attack with the Goyf. Yeah. So opponent did draw the perfect removal spell. Gets in with the Ooze. So we drop to 10. We untap. We take up the Vial. Another Vial. We play Unsettled Mariner. We turn on Mutavault. Go to combat. The party is full. Stop the Goyf. Attack, attack, attack. Draw some cards. Ooh, Path is nice too. Wow, boy, we've hit a lot of Unsettled Mariners, haven't we? Sea Crow Ghost. And go. And I mean, I think it's over now, unless our opponent literally top decks a Wrath. Wow, that was a good example of what Party can do when it actually comes together through. I mean, this time our opponent didn't draw every Fatal Push. They only drew like 3 removal spells, and we were able to fight through it. And opponent scoops it up. They got partied. All right. Well, that went better. Oh, I still kind of missed the first game because, boy, that first game, oh, it would have been so good. It would have been so good if we could have won the entire match there. Do we want to change anything? Like Ether Gus, we have 33 creatures. Let's go down these 2 bad 1-drops. Bring in a couple. Do we want Ether Gus or Concerted Defenses? All right, let's go down Spoils of Adventure. Bring in Concerted Defense. Run it like that. All right, can we party one more time? This time we got to party on the draw, which is probably a little more challenging. Well, we're going to keep this, although turn 1 discard taking our Ether Vial would be obnoxious. If we dodge turn 1 discard, this hand's pretty good. And I guess it's like still functional even if that happens. It's just much less exciting. Bobble, Swamp. No discard. All right, that's good. Cracks, takes a peek. Sure. Well, let's just see Crobe Coast and Vial. Go. Opponent draws a card. Oh, and passes? All right. Well, that works in the party's favor. Ooh. Flooded Strad, crack it. Grab a Plains. Unsettled Mariner. Go. How close are we to full party? Actually, we can full party next turn. Oh! Post gives it up! Well, opponent, game 1 we saw our opponent have the insane removal hand. It just barely eke out the game by top decking the 4th Fatal Push. Game 2 we saw Party dominate. Game 3, our opponent, pretty greedy keep, I would say. And, I mean, we were in insane shape, though. Like, where we're at right here, we have the Unsettled Mariner. We can Vial in Archpriest. Then we take up Vial. We can put Changeling into play. We can cast Linvala. So full party is assembled. And that gets us to, theoretically, a single land away from playing the squad commander and just going super wide and pumping the team and winning the game. And eventually we're going to find our other party payoff. So, yeah, all right, party time. Whew, sweet. All right, much brew about nothing time. We are looking to, we're looking to party in Modern this week. And we are going to keep this. We only have 1 land, but hopefully that's okay because we have Ether Vial. So in theory, this Vial lets us do everything, even if we don't draw lands. And we do have a full party pretty quick. Opponent plays a Mountain. And Rift Bolt suspended. Well, alright, that might mean creatures will be dying. Take up the Vial. Play a Dork. Pass the turn. I mean, the insane thing here is we could actually have a full party next turn, depending on what our opponent does with their burn spells. Like, we could have turn 3 full party. We can Vial in a 1-drop, cast a 1-drop, Vial in Nimble Trap Finder, draw a bunch of cards. Opponent goes face, down to 15. Plays a Mountain. Eidolon. Well, alright, it's party time. So we will Vial in Archpriest of Erois. We'll see. We'll see if it's enough. Untap. Take up Vial. Play Mutavault. Play a Changeling. Take 2. Vial in Trap Finder. Go to combat. Pump. Go to combat. Attack ya. Opponent's gonna block. Yeah. Well, we lose a creature. We draw a card. We pass the turn. Well, we'll see how much removal our opponent has. Please no Searing Blazes. Opponent, we're at 13, but we have the bigger board at the moment. Opponent plays a mountain. Uh-huh. And going to pass? Okay. Interesting. This Linvala might be huge, depending on when our opponent casts their removal. If they cast their removal. All right, opponent's going to bolt the Trap Finder. So that was wise. Opponent passes. Well, take up Vial to 3. Play Seacrobe Ghost. Play a Changeling. Activate Mutavault. Go to combat. Do some attacking. Opponent takes it. Down to 14 past the turn. And we got the Linvala ready to come in at a moment's notice. All right, opponent's going to try to burn us out. Hits our face down to 10. I mean, they might be able to. Oh, my goodness. They have all the bolts in the world. Oh, so we might just be dead. Oh, no. That's a ridiculous number of bolts. Sacks the Islet to draw a card. Suspends a Rift Bolt. Well, we will Vial in Linvala. Untap. Vial stays on 3. Oh, we're either going to be just too slow or just fast enough. Mutavault. Go to combat. Attack with everything. Play a Changeling. All right, well, can you kill us this turn, opponent? Rift Bolt puts us to 4. Oh, this was so close. Yeah. And are we dead? Canyon. Swift Spear. Chandra's Incinerator. Oh, I think we got it. I think we have it. Opponent passes. Vials. Let's go up to 4 just in case. Mutavault. Well, fire Mutavault. Play a Mutavault. Fire up Mutavault. Give a Changeling flying. Go to combat. Detain the Incinerator. And win? Oh, party time! Party time! Oh, it worked. We managed to race the bird deck through 3 lightning bolts and 2 rift bolts. All right. Well, that shows what the party can do. And now we get to go to sideboarding, bring in Oust, bring in Ether Gust for days. We could even bring in Concerted Defense. The question is, what are we going to cut to make this work? So when you go down a couple of 1-drops, go down a random Changeling, I think minimizing 1 toughness stuff does make sense. I mean, we can't get rid of all of it because we have a lot of 1 toughness stuff in our deck. But minimizing 1 toughness stuff does help. Because we got to expect Lava Spike type effects, or Lava Dart type effects. Although, I do think that Chandra Incinerated builds of Burn are less likely to have access to those. Do we want to change anything else? Concerted Defense could be good in this matchup, but we'd have to like take out Ether Vials, which I'm not sure is worth it. All right, let's run it like that. I mean, that was, I think, the fastest we've assembled a full party, right? Turn 3 full party is pretty impressive. Well, this will keep. It's awkward that we have 2 of 2 planes and no islands, but all right, there's a Swift Spear. Gonna need blue mana at some point to get this Ether Gust going. Opponent hits us down to 19. Well, land and Vial. Go. I'll do your worst, I guess. Come on, blue mana. Another Swift Spear. Ooh, so opponent has not many lands, but a lot of 1-drops. Oh, a blue source would be so helpful. Down to 17. Opponent passes. I'll take up the Vial. Play a land. Play Archpriest of Erois. Pass the turn. Ooh, opponent hits land number 2. Smash on the Vial. Well, let's Vial in Changeling. Yeah, that's not great. Opponent goes to combat. Well, let's double block. Kill a Swift Spear. Oh, do we have to path this Changeling? That's so awkward. But I think the answer is yes, unfortunately. We need an island. Get our last basic. Untap. We draw blue mana anyway. I'll play Seachrome Coast and Linvala. Go. Opponent we know has a hand. Oh boy, they hit another land. All right, so opponent's hitting all their lands in a row. Lava spikes us. Shard Volleys. Well, this is quite the hand to kill our Angel. Okay. Opponent going down a land does sort of help. We'll see if it's enough. Opponent hits us down to 6. Oh, gonna need a good draw. Gonna need a good draw. Well, kind of regretting pathing now because we pathed because we didn't have blue mana, and then we drew 2 blue sources in a row. Unsettled Mariner is decent. Pass the turn. But this is all we got. And we're not especially close to a party. And now we're kind of like flooding, which is awkward. Opponent Lava Spikes. And pays. Do we have any way to get out of this? I don't think so. Well, I mean, I guess our best bet is just to Ether Gust that. But I don't think that actually can save us here. About it. The hard part of this matchup is our opponent's deck is full of lightning bolts, and lightning bolts are good at killing our things. Down to 4. Well, we untap. Vial, and we'll scoop it up. Yeah, I mean, that is the drawback of this matchup, is our opponent's just lightning bolt tribal over there. Quite literally. Like, they literally are lightning bolt tribal. Ugh. You know what? We're gonna go deep. We're gonna take out Ether Vials, bring in Concerted Defense and Force Negation. Run it like that. We saw our opponent bring in Smash to Smithereens. Going down Ether Vial gets rid of our only target for Smash, and hopefully leaves our opponent with some dead cards. And Concerted Defense does seem pretty decent here. It is gonna slow down our development potentially. All right, we'll keep. Well, Seachrome Coast and Archpriest. Go. Boot it. Mountain. And Seal of Fire. I'll play the Eyelid. Play Archpriest number 2. Go to combat. Attack. Pass the turn. The concern is our opponent could be setting up for an Incinerator. Another Seal of Fire. Okay. About it. Passes. I'll play Glasspool Mimic. Go to combat. Attack. Ether Gust is not bad. Ether Gust is actually very good against Incinerator in specific, because our opponent's going to have to empty their hand of damage, most likely, and then we can Gust it. Oh, opponent's going to go. Okay, opponent's going to go for it, and then we get to Gust the Incinerator. All right. Burn, burn. Gust. I mean, if they have 2, then we're done. That would just be unfortunate. All right, opponent passing. We draw. Squad Commander. I'll play Glasspool Mimic. They put the Incinerator on top. I'll go to combat. Attack. I think we have to leave up Concerted Defense this turn, because we have to fight this Incinerator battle, unfortunately. Sunbait Canyon. So our opponent would need, like, Bolt. Oh, they have another Skewer. Huh. Wow, I think they still get it down, though. So we make our opponent pay 2, but then they still get to Incinerate. And Incinerator still probably beats us. Ouch. Oh, no. Yeah. That's not good. Can we draw a Path or an Ether Gust, please? No. I'll play the land. Play... Oh, yeah, I think we're dead. Squad Commander. But we're basically just hoping that our opponent has, like, literally nothing in hand, and that's not a good bet. Alright, opponent. Sunbait Canyon. What? Oh. Yeah, that does it. Oh, so close. So close. Next time, party. Alright, much boo about nothing time. It is Changeling party time. Do we keep this? This hand is awkward. We have 2 removal spells, which may or may not be good. We don't really have any payoffs. And you know what? We're going to keep it. I mean, hopefully it's not like Control or something. Hopefully it's something where Path to Exile is relevant. And hopefully we draw into some party stuff. Well, Vial go. Gruul is probably a good sign. Snow-covered forest. Unless it's, like, Ramp Amulet Titan. Oh, is it Ponza? Okay. Interesting. Well, take up Vial. Play another Vial. Well, we got Vials for days. Play the land, pass the turn. But we got no threats and we got no party. We're gonna need some party cards. That was kind of the risk with this hand, is we had a bit of changelings, and we had a bunch of removal, but no actual payoffs for making a party. Opponent. Prismatic Vesta cracks it. And Forest, Bloodbraid into Utopia Sprawl. So opponent's ramping is going well. Well, let's put a changeling into play. Look out, opponent. Moth Dust is coming for you. So opponent got ramped for days, which is pretty scary. Gonna need some party payoffs. Opponent gets and hits us. Yeah, down to 16. Take up the vials. Take up the vials. Party payoff, please. Oh, dear. All right, we're actually a little path flooded. I mean, path is a great card, but we kind of wanted threats rather than more removal here. Opponent goes to combat, gets in, hits us. Well, we will take it. Down to 13. Opponent. Clothis. Arbor Elf. Well. Yeah, Path Clothis. Opponent can, like, bolt their own elf to turn it off, but if they do that, I think we're fine with it. Because we're, like I said, we're path flooded. Alright, Clothis down. Opponent does have all the mana they'll ever need. Party payoff, please. Take up. Take up. Well, alright, Mutavault. And I guess we pass the turn. Yeah. Okay. I guess we're just kind of flooding. Opponent gets in with Bloodbraid. Yeah, we'll take it to 10. Boot it. Wormcoil. Well, we can path that. So these paths are keeping us alive, but we really need a party payoff, please. Do we want to keep ticking up? I think we stay at 3 and 2 for now. We could cast Squad Commander if we draw it. Okay. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. Squad Commander. Now I actually kind of wish we did take up the vials. Taking it up would have made this this line even better. Because we could have activated Mutavault. We still wouldn't have had a full party, but we would have gotten extra tokens out of it. Opponent untaps a land. Are they going to bolt the Changeling? Stomps the Changeling. Alright. Well, we get Squad Commander. Get a token, sadly. We will pass the turn. Boot it. Well, let's see what's left. They got a couple cards left in hand. Oh, that turn was going to be good. Oh, that's a big issue. Alright, Stormbreath Dragon. I don't know if we can beat that. Opponent gets in, hits us. Because we can't path it. So then it just kills us next turn. Yeah, that is a uniquely problematic card for our deck. We drop to 6. Uniquely problematic, I will say. Untaps. Yeah, so we're just dead to this next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we don't have a way to stop it, and we don't have a way to win this turn. And protection means we can't even kill it. Alright, there's a Bone Crusher. Yeah, well, we untap. Vial's gonna stay the same. Like, do we even bother to do things? I guess we see what we draw at least. Oh, so, I mean, well, we get to turn on Mutavault. Vial in Nimble Trap Finder. Like, this is exactly what we want to be doing. The problem is our opponent drew Stormbreath. Violin. So our opponent got another bolt. Oh, that would be sad. Yeah, just none of this matters. Yeah, I mean, we're just dead. Nothing we do there actually matters because of Stormbreath. We probably just should not have shown our opponent our cards. That Stormbreath just... Oh, if it wasn't for that, I think we win. But opponent had the right one at the right time, and it took us too long to draw any payoffs. Well, Aethergus in. Go down, random changeling, couple random changelings. And run it like that, hope for the best. Oh. This might go down as one of those near-miss decks where I keep feeling like we're super close and competitive, but we keep just not being able to win the match, in general. Like, that's been kind of the trend. In general, it hasn't felt like we've just been out of it or not competitive, but it hasn't led to us actually being able to kill our opponent and win the game, so. Alright, well, we get to play first. And, I mean, we will keep. We'll see if it's enough. Opponent probably has sweepers. And we don't have any removal. Well, Seachrome Coast and Ether Vial go. Opponent. Wooded Foils. Passes. I'll take up the Vial. Seachrome Coast. Play a Changeling. Play Archpriest of Aroas. Go. Opponent cracks. Stomping Grounds. Tapped. Prismatic Vista. Opponent passing. Well, Vial in Archpriest. We got the 1-drops for days. Take up Vial. Play a land. Go to combat. Attack. Opponent cracks. Grabs a mountain. And stomps our Changeling. Sure. So opponent takes 2. That does put us quite a bit further away from a full party here, unfortunately. Opponent. Blood Moon. Alright, that doesn't matter too much, honestly. We untap. Take up Vial to 3. Well, play the land. Play Squad Commander. We're just going for it. Play Squad Commander. Make a couple dorks. Vial. Glasspool Mimic. Squad Commander. Make some dorks. And, I mean, let's see if they got a Wrath. That's a good turn 4. Does our opponent follow it up with some sort of sweeper? Opponent. Down to 10. And, well, let's see what you got. No Wrath, please. It is party time, hopefully. I mean, we have a massive board. The deck can't actually do powerful things. Can it win? We're also a Changeling away from a full party, although it might be difficult to cast one. And our opponent does not have the answer. Okay. Well, we didn't quite get the full party, but that was a pretty decent win for our deck. Who do we want to change anything? Blood Moon is very problematic. We are not especially... Our mana base is not built to play against Blood Moon. Ether Vial does help, but we are definitely not built to play against it. Only a few basics and only a few fetches to find the basics. Yeah, run it back. We do have the Ether Gus, and we could maybe fetch out basics. We'll see. Well, I mean, will we pick up the match win, or does the trend continue? That the deck feels good, but not quite good enough. Well, we'll keep. This is a good party hand. Opponent leads with the Arbor Elf. Well, Seachrome Coast and Changeling. Blood Moon here would beat us. We would literally just scoop, so we gotta hope that doesn't happen. Oh, this is such a good party hand if our stuff lives. Stomping Grounds, tapped. Opponent, passes. Well, land, untapped. Go to combat, attack. Well, we will play Unsettled Mariner. Go. Oh, we're still living a risky life. I feel like if our opponent had Blood Moon, though, why wouldn't you just slam it there? Like, shocking yourself to Blood Moon is definitely worth it. So that makes me think maybe our opponent did not have Blood Moon, or they would have just cast it. Another land would be fine. Opponent, good tap, untap. I guess I could also spin into it with something. Ooh. All right. Well, now we really need to draw some land. Desperately. Opponent has land destruction. Oh, please, Magic Gods. Please, with the land. Please, 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 please. All right, we hit a land. So play the land, crack the land. Get a Plains. Unsettled Mariner Part 2. Go to combat, attack you. Oh, all right, we got fade. We got to fade the Rast. We got to fade the Rast. We got to fade more land destruction. We got to fade the Blood Moon. But we're really close. Opponent land. These Unsettled Mariners do help. They do make it expensive for our opponent to kill our stuff. Untaps a red source. Another pillage. All right, we just need a land. We just need a land. Preferably a blue source. For Nimble Trap Finder, full party, draw a ton of cards, then we're in business. That's what we need, is a land off the top. Opponent, passing. Come on, deck. Be good. Unsettled Mariner. Well, go to combat. Attack. That is not the land we were dreaming of. Hit ya. Down to 11. Uh-oh. Well, that does set us back a lot. Opponent. Taps, untaps. Storm Breath Dragon. No attacks. Well, we will Path the Changeling. Grab an island. Untap. Unsettled Mariner 3. Oh, past the turn. Oh no, we are so close and yet so far away. Opponent. If they have another, they can't land destruction, right? They don't have enough mana? Another Storm Breath Dragon. That's also not great. Opponent feeling confident enough to get in. Oh, we draw the land. Flooded Strand. Crack Flooded Strand. Get a Plains. Linvala. But this has pro white. What a ridiculous way for us to lose. We can't detain the Storm Breath. We can't detain the Storm Breath because it has pro white. I think the literal only card that anyone might possibly ever play in a modern game that has pro white, and it's beating us here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We don't have enough. Okay, so we got to attack with everything. As bad as this feels, this is our only chance to win. We have to attack with everything. Opponent blocks. Goes to 7. And now we see what happens. We have 7 points of damage, technically. Land for our opponent. Spins a Bloodbraid into an Arbor Elf. And I think that means we lose. Opponent gets in with Bloodbraid. Yeah, we oh boy. Wow. What a way for this to go. Yeah, those 2 pro white creatures and we can't deal with them. And that just, that does it. Our lands got blowed up so we can't cast Trap Finder and do something else. And that's just game. That's game. Boy, this is the story of the party deck. I feel like the Magic gods have aligned against it, where we are like absurdly close to winning essentially every match that we play, but we just never quite sneak it out, often because of just hilariously weird things like Starbreath Dragon. What are the chances? The funny thing is, oh boy. Yeah, what are the chances? Opponent goes to combat. Attacks with a Stormbreath Dragon. Well, we can Ether Gust a Stormbreath Dragon. The funniest thing of all of this is Stormbreath Dragon does not see play in this deck anymore. That's the most hilarious part, is Stormbreath Dragon has not shown up in a winning result in this deck in months, years. However, it is in our opponent's deck, and it is winning this game for them. And I don't see a way we can get out of it. I believe it's just, like, officially over. Opponent has a pillage, but then they can pay. Yep, alright. Wow. Oh, Party Curse! The Party Curse! Oh, wow. Oh, I feel, well, on one hand, I feel good, because the deck's actually been doing what we wanted it to do. On the other hand, our overall record is probably not going to end very well with this deck, because, boy, we have just hit a lot of weirdness that doesn't go in our favor as far as winning. Ouch. All right, much Abrew about nothing time. We are partying. Changeling, oh my goodness, no lands. All right, mulligan. Oh my, come on, Magic gods. Seriously, cut the party a break. Oh. All right, going to 5. Well, we finally found lands. Unfortunately, it also means we got nothing happening. Yeah, that's bad news, I would say. All right, well, Mothus Changeling, that's what we got. Unfortunately, good game, Magic gods. Well, land, go. Hit you for 1. Opponent, so they're playing land destruction, and we will be conceding here momentarily. Opponent blows up one of our lands. We get a Plains. Do we draw land? We do. All right, so run out. Linvala, hit ya. The problem is our opponent has a ridiculous amount of land destruction and also a ridiculous amount of removal, which is going to make it hard for us to resolve this Spoils of Adventure, or probably anything. I'm surprised they didn't Cleansing Wildfire themselves. Opponent, Oust Linvala, so we get to cast that again maybe. Cleansing Wildfire, alright, so we are running out of lands. We only have, that's the last basic. Opponent passes. Well, play Mirror Entity. Hit you for 1. If our opponent still has 6 cards in hand, though, if they still have more land destruction, I don't know how we can do anything. Cascading Cataracts. Opponent. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Blows up our land, ramps. Well, we're at the mercy of the magic gods. Do we draw land? We don't have basics left. Those cleansing wildfires were pretty bad for us. We do not draw land. We draw Archpriest of Aroas. We go attacking. We hit ya. Ugh. Well, an untapped blue source would be sweet. That would full party us. I'm sure our opponent has a Wrath or something, though, and then we just concede. Pillages our land. Well, we are down to a single source of mana. Follow-up is... Alright, so we're down to no mana. We do draw the blue source, but because our opponent had that amount of land destruction, it doesn't actually help. Hit our opponent to 10. Opponent plays Flagstones. Can we draw a source of mana? No, but we can play a 1-drop, go to combat. Grow the Changeling, I guess. Hit ya. I mean, opponent's down to 3? What do they have? What do they have? Darksteel Citadel? Come on, hold, party, hold. Okay, wow. Well, that was a janky beatdown win, but it was a beatdown win. And now, okay, we're going to trim a couple of these. We're going to trim most of the paths. We can go down a mirror entity. We're going to go up concerted defense, force of negation, and at least some Ether Gus. And, you know what, let's go down spoils for Ether Gus too. Alright, that's what we got. Run it like that. Well, we somehow snuck out the win in game 1. We also got a full party. Very jankily and slowly. Oh, not again. And that was on the Mold of 5. Alright, so we're doing this again. Another... Boy, we've got all no-landers this match. Alright, well, I guess we keep. We put a Plains to the bottom. Opponent starts with the tap land. So I think goal 1 is to maybe get a full party to draw with Nimble Trap Finder. That would be sweet. Well, Hallowed Fountain, untapped, and Changeling. Go. Opponent, Flagstones. Well, I expect this is the start of the brutal land destruction. Opponent's going to boom. Well, let's force it. Untap. Hallowed Fountain, untapped. Nimble Trap Finder. Get in for 1. We do actually have draws that would turn on the full party next turn if our opponent doesn't have a Wrath or something. Gideon, okay. Takes it up. Come on, deck. Give us a full party. We draw land. Well, play Archpriest of Aroas. Play an island. Hit Gideon for 1. Oh, we're 1 party member away at the moment. 1. A single party member. Opponent. Sacred Foundry, untapped. Sweltering Suns. And that does it. Yup. Well, we did not have the party member. Our opponent had the sweeper. We did not draw... We drew the force of negation, but we had to spend it early. Ha. Ha 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 ha. Alright, run it back. I mean, I think this is still our best setup for the matchup. We do get to be on the play for game 3. Ugh. Oh, that's Sweltering Suns. Alright, can we get a good hand for once, where we don't get a 0-lander that we have to mulligan? Ugh. Alright, well, this we're gonna keep. I don't know if I would consider this good. The problem is, Mutavaults are gonna get blown up, and our opponent is going to start with extra mana this game, unfortunately. Yeah, Gemstone Caverns, exiles a land. So opponents, yeah, starting with a ritual. Well, we will Mutavault, and Ether Vial, go. Opponent, turn 1 land destruction, I assume? Yup. Turn 1 land destruction. Well, we will take up the vial. We will play a Hallowed Fountain tapped. Pass the turn. Yeah, turn 1 land destruction is pretty good. If our opponent also has a Wrath, like, what do? We don't have an answer to it. Opponent. Has turn 2 land destruction to follow up turn 1 land destruction. Well, we will put the Archpriest into play. Opponent. Passes. Well, take up Vial. Mutavault. Activate Mutavault. Hit ya. Pass the turn. Opponent. Sacred Foundry tapped. Well, Vial in Nimble Trap Finder. Untap. Take up Vial. Play a land. Vial. Linvala. Mutavault. Oh, come on. Come on, full party. Full party. Oh, alright. Not quite full party. Oh, so close. So close. Well, hit you for a bunch. Opponent goes to 11. Oh, we almost had it. We almost had it. Opponent, what do you got? Sweltering Suns is still devastating. And, oh boy, they have Wraths. All the Wraths possible. Blue Source would be decent. Opponent passes. Well, take up the Vial to 4, unfortunately. Changeling that we can't cast. Well, Mutavault. Go to combat. Attack ya. Vial and Squad Commander. Pass the turn. Do we have more Wraths? Opponent. Wow, another one. Okay. Opponent passes. Well, Vial's staying on 4. Probably not doing anything the rest of this game. Oh, we need a blue source. We need a blue source. Hit you down to 7. Is this going to be another just miss for the party? Opponent finds another land destruction spell. Well, Vial stays on 4. Blue source, please. Oh, no. Oh, that's the only other planes in our entire deck. Oh, the one whiff land. No. Oh, no. Is this really how opponent leaves it on top? Oh, dear. Gideon. Emblems Gideon. Oh, my goodness. Oh. All right, pass the turn. Oh. Opponent turns on Gideon. Goes to combat. Attacks us. Down to 16. Well, we will Vial. A Squad Commander. Untap. Well, attack Gideon. Attack our opponent. Archpriest of Herois, go. Do they have Wrath 3? They do. Can we draw a blue source? Please. Please, Magic Gods. Please. Smile upon the party for once. Alright, another Vial. Pass the turn. That's not the worst. Ugh. Well, we'll see. Opponent has had infinite Wraths. Opponent passes. If we could have got this Linvala out, it would have really changed the equation, but we've been stuck on... We have had blue mana the entire game. So we have not been able to cast much, especially after putting a Vial up to 4, which only puts Squad Commander into play. Well, Vial stays on 4. Vial goes up to 1. All right, there's blue mana. Crack it. Hallowed Fountain, untapped. Linvala, go. Opponent has an Oust. This is a ridiculous amount of removal. Well, we will put a Changeling into play. Untap. We will put a Changeling into play. Vial stays on 4. Vial goes up to 2. Hit ya. Down to 5. Pass the turn. Opponent. Top deck's Timely Reinforcements. Okay. Oh, this is insane. This is insanity. Oh, this deck is cursed. I'll take up Vial. Play the Flooded Strad. Attack. Flying. Hit ya. Down to 10, but our opponent gained that life to buy them a bunch more time. Uh-oh. And now they have a Gideon Jura. Another very good top deck. Takes up Gideon Jura. Well, we will put Linvala into play. But this one might just be over now. I think Gideon beats us. Oh. Wow. Well, yeah. I mean, that's disappointing. Vials staying where they're at for now. We draw Unsettled Mariner. Well, I mean, we play Unsettled Mariner. Give a Changeling flying. Go to combat. Detain Gideon. Hit Gideon. We have to. All right. I mean, party is assembled for the moment. Opponent. What do they find? They've had 2 really good draws in a row. Oh my god, make it 3. No way! No way! Oh, the deck is cursed. It is cursed. It is cursed. Oh no. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Oh, cursed. Potent, Chandra, whiffs. Passes. Oh, we cannot. With this deck can just not catch a break. Vials. Staying the same. We draw useless land. Well, we will go to combat. Detain Chandra. Changeling gets flying. Kill Gideon. Pass the turn. See what our opponent draws. Cleansing Wildfire to ramp and draw a card. Yeah. Well, see what they find. We could really use our card draw rogue. That would be ideal. A counter spell would also not be too horrible. We're really riding this Lidvala at the moment, and if it dies, things become much worse. Come on, come on. Good draw, good draw, good draw. We got a chance to break the curse of the party, with a good draw here. Squad Commander is a good draw. Is that a lethal draw? Well, we're going for it. Aether Vial. Squad Commander. Party is full. You get flying. You get flying. Go to combat. Detain Chandra. Pump the dorks. Everything at our opponent. Opponent goes to 2. Is it happening? Through 4 Wraths and all the Planeswalkers, and our opponent hitting the timely into double Planeswalker, including Gideon. Is it happening? What does our opponent find? We got Lidvala for Wrath protection. We have a lethal board. Oh, wow. All right, party. Well, I guess in some ways, that was a I don't know what to say. That was an insane game. Just look at our opponent's graveyard. We got hit by Anger, Wrath of God, Day of Judgment, Timely Reinforcements, Gideon, and a Chandra, which is like a list of insane cards against our deck. We are also without blue mana for a big chunk of the game, and we somehow still pulled it off. That was a great example of Lidvala's power. Like, at first I was really worried about the Planeswalkers, and I still kind of was, because if our opponent removes Lidvala, we're in all kinds of trouble, or Rast and we have to sack it. But Lidvala was able to keep the Planeswalkers in check with its full party ability, and now we ended up getting there. All we were missing was the Rogue. If we had found the Rogue, we would have drawn a bunch of cards, and it would have been even more spectacular, but, well, all right. Hoi! That was a ridiculous game. Well, party time. So what did we learn this week about Changeling Party in Modern? And overall, we ended up going 2-3 in our 5 matches, which, honestly, I played a bunch of matches with different builds of this deck, tuning it, switching things around, trying to make it as good as possible, and 2-3, I think, is about right. There were a lot of losses along the way with various builds of the deck. On the other hand, we were really close, and I kind of did feel a little cursed throughout our games, where the deck felt good for the most part. It wasn't like we were just completely getting blown out and doing nothing and not even being close to being competitive. We were really close in most games, and then some of our losses are like, we're doing crazy things, and our opponent has Storm Breath Dragon, which we just can't remove. 2 Storm Breath Dragons, actually, for Panza to steal the win against us, for example. So we ran into some of these just like, so close games where if things broke a little bit more in our way, maybe we would have picked up the win. At the same time, I guess you could argue it from the other direction that maybe the problem was some of our cards are a little bit underpowered, and that might be why we couldn't force through like the last few points of damage sometimes and close out the game. So the good news about the deck, and we saw this several times, because even in our losses, like I said, we were competitive, we won games even in the matches that we lost, but the good news about the deck is the party payoffs, if we get a full party, are actually quite strong. Like, Squad Commander was good. Lidvala shutting down the Planeswalkers against Boros Prison or Boros Land Destruction was absurd. Nimble Trap Finder drew us a bunch of cards. Archpriest of Iona throws through a bunch of damage. So we did get to see the strength of the full party, and we did get to see how quickly we could do it. We did have some games where we had like the turn 3 party or a turn 4 party and just kind of went off and ran away with the game. On the other hand, the downside is to get to the full party, we're playing Moth-Dust Changelings. I mean, Moth-Dust Changeling is just not a very good card. Universal Automaton, kind of the same way, also not a very good card. So we are playing some relatively weaker bad cards to try to make our good cards really, really good. So we might be falling, at least from a competitive perspective, in the trap of like playing bad cards to make good cards better. Although you might argue that we're playing bad cards to make not very good cards better. Although the thing is, it gets so insane if we turn on the full successful party. Like, the payoff is there if you can make it work. So I think overall, is Changeling Party a competitive modern deck? Not super competitive. It's good enough to win some games, and it is fun, and like I said, I felt like we were really close even in our losses, so it's not like it was a completely non-functional deck or anything, but we really need some better party members, I think, to make it work. Some better Changelings would go a long way, like more unsettled Mariner level Changelings. Maybe we get them in like Modern Horizons, who knows, maybe Changelings return someday in a standard set, but better Changelings would go a long way. Like, if we just had a Savannah Lions Changeling as our one drop, even that would just be a huge boost of power. The other thing is, we know we're getting the D&D set in a couple of sets next summer. That presumably will have more party tribes. If we just get more good actual party members, maybe we can cut back on some of the weaker Changelings and instead have just more actual party members. Like, I think we would still keep Unsettled Mariner. I think we'd still keep Mirror Entity. I'd be a little worried about cutting too much. Mutavault was definitely one of the all-stars in this deck, and I think that is sneakily one of the most important cards. Being able just to, like, tap it, even if we can't attack with it, to turn it on and just up our party count, to get more squad commander tokens, or to turn on our removal from Linvala, or draw cards with Nimble Trapfinder, like, that was very much worth it all by itself. So, all in all, is the deck super competitive right now? No. But it was close, and I feel like it should keep getting better, so what I'm trying to say is don't sleep on the party. Like, the party's got a shot. It's not over yet. The party is still rocking. So maybe in a little while, this will actually be a good deck. Because like I said, it was close to being really sweet. And we did have some really cool games with it, despite some just hilarious blowouts like the double Storm Breath Dragon game. So anyway, that's my Changeling Party. That's our Bunch of Brew for this week. I hope you like the Jake. Thanks for watching, and I will talk to you soon.
Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, help us out by clicking that like button down below. And to keep up on all the latest and greatest, click that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that bell icon to get alerts whenever we have new videos. And if you want to, check out some of our other sweet videos here and here.